think I'm streaming now. Yeah. Give me a second here. I'm trying to see if I can see. Give me a second here. I'm trying to like on the to see if I can see. Give me a second here. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah, I see. Like on the to see if I can see. Give me a second here. I'm trying to see how that's going. I think I'm going to just have to look at it in the OBS. Yeah, it's better that way. Less if I try to view it in Twitch, I can hear myself talking. Excuse me, Let's View. Well, I need to refresh my Let's View, apparently. But that's okay. Tablet got kicked off of my Wi-Fi, that's why. There we go. That should be working now. Just give me a second to get the Let's View back up. Anytime. Perfect. There, now we're back to working on Samhain. Last time we got all the flat colors done, and I had just started working on the design on her overshirt. So I'm going to continue working on that. I'm already on the right brush, just need to bring it down the size. I'm doing some other sketches off stream, not of Samhain. Actually, the other sketches that I've been doing are of one of my other Dungeons and Dragons characters, a drow named Zaranthe. She's for Curse of Strahd, and I'm writing a story outside of the game for her. Plan on doing that as a practice comic. So I think I talked about it a little bit before here, but I plan on writing my own comic called Stigmata in an original universe, but before I do that, I kind of want to do, my little D&D comic that I've been plotting out for quite a while first, so I can figure out how I like to do comic layout before I waste my original ideas on tester stuff, Don't know why I made these moons so small compared to the other ones. Yeah, I didn't think it bugged me, but now that I'm looking at it, it totally bugs me. So I want all these moons to be roughly the same size. So I can add smaller things later, like little stars. I'll probably do either stars or X's. It's usually where I go. Somebody let me know if what I'm using for ambient music gets annoying. I don't think I have anybody in chat yet. Not yet, no. I know next time I'm able to get a hold of my dad, I want to I want to see if he'll send me his new album so I can stream that. My dad's in a death metal band, and um, they're him and his band are on the older side, and they don't really get social media so much. So I think it would be cool to stream their new album because I like a lot of the songs on it. They're pretty good. I'll admit I'm not too crazy about some of them, but most of them I really like. At least the ones that they've shown me so far. Last I talked to my dad, they were almost finished with the album, with the polishing, I mean. My dad doesn't like to send me things that aren't polished because, I don't know, he's a perfectionist. He's kind of weird about that kind of thing. Like, what I'm doing here with the working on my drawing publicly, he would never, ever do with anything. Like, finished product only with my dad. Perfectionist with everything except for parenting. Who needs that though, right? No, my dad's cool. I shouldn't give him so much shit. Stream kind of started off on a little bit of a grim note there. That's okay though, we'll pick it up. I don't like how I did the moons on that, on the collar of her shirt. It's not really the collar. I don't know what to call it when it's a big poofy shirt like that. Lapel, collar, I'm not sure which one. But that's the beauty of digital art. You can erase you can erase one separate layer without having to worry about the things underneath. Now since that's sheer on top of sheer, I've got to do like lighter moons in there because it's folded over another sheer layer. sometimes startles me when the bells get kicking on that audio I've got playing. I like them though, they're relaxing. Do I like them because they're relaxing, or do I like them because I played the Arcana? Probably both. I wish I would have been able to stream last night. There was a hell of a storm going on, and it would have been awesome. Natural ambiance. But it is what it is, you know? Really liking how her shirt's coming along so far. I was originally going to make this bit of the sleeve right here into lace, but I kind of like how it is just with the patterning I've got going on. I just love drawing lace. But sheer things are so much fun too, especially when you've got characters with like super colorful skin. Like I like putting Meliora, my other tiefling, in clear shirts. well, clear, sheer shirts because she's got the bright pink skin. It just looks so neat to have that showing through. And I really like drawing bodies and sheer clothes, let you show off the silhouette. And it's just not the same in opaque clothes. Yeah, I like little stars for that. I think X's might look better though, because they look a little less busy. And if I drew a larger version where I could actually make the brush smaller, because the brush is as small as it can be right now. But if I ever do a larger picture of her where I can make the brush small, I can always emphasize those stars a little more. This ambience is making me want to do some Fable art. I love the Fable game series. It's one of those games that when you play them, especially Fable 2, I love Fable 2 the most. It's just one of those games that when you boot it up, it feels like going home. Can't get enough with Fable 2. Oh god, I used to draw my Sparrow all the time. Sparrow's just such an iconic character. They're different for everyone who plays them. I have such an extensive backstory for my Sparrow. Well, backstory and continuation. Like, Sparrow's one of those characters that even though they're the protagonist, Fable's one of those games that like you can really like bring your own story to it. Like I love the idea of Reaver being the hero of Brightwall and Logan's father. Obviously, I play a female Sparrow. I've got so many theories regarding Fable. I was posting a lot about it on Tumblr there for a while, but I've got the theory that Sparrow probably made a dark deal like Reaver did with Oakvale, because in Fable 3 there's absolutely no there's one in Fable 3 there's absolutely no mention of Bloodstone, and two, Reaver's gotten rid of just about everything there is to do with any mention of his life as a pirate, which was tied to Bloodstone. And the biggest reason I really think that is canonically Fable 3 takes place about 50 years after the events of Fable 2. And given the timeline of the hero of Brightwall and Logan's ages, Sparrow would have had to have been in their 50s when Logan was born, the older child. Now, that's all well and good with male Sparrow, but as far as female Sparrow goes, it'd be a little odd to have children at 50 and later. Now, maybe that could be explained away with the whole hero thing, but I think that Sparrow had unnaturally lengthened youth and probably an unnatural death. This is fun. I like this character. After I get the After I get the pattern and her shirt done, I'm going to be able to go in and start shading with the ambient occlusion before I go on to color shading. I think I'll do the gradient on her horns before I ever actually start the rest of the shading. Use selection tool for this one. Having fun doing these gradient horns. Just got to erase the bit over the arm because her arm has no reason to be gradiented at that point. Nice, yeah, I like that a lot. Just want to get a little bit more on this horn. Just erase it off of her head and arm. And blend it here a little. It's looking better already. I'm gonna go ahead and do my ambient occlusion shading. I think for that I'll turn off the colors. Because when I do ambient occlusion, usually I turn off the colors first. But I forgot to do that this time, so I think I'm gonna combine them all into one group. Like all the color stuff. That way it'll be just that much easier to turn the coloring off when I need to. Cool, cool. That was what I needed to do. Now I can get back to shading. Too much. Oops. Didn't mean to flip that around. Damn it. See, streaming is already helping my posture. Typically, when I draw, I like scrunch myself up like a tiny bisexual pretzel. Go full gargoyle on it. But, I'm trying to not look like a gargoyle in the webcam. So it's preventing me from doing my usual, like, posture. Like, I like to wear corsets for, like, fashion and posture and all that. But I usually take them off when I draw just because I like to go full pretzel. But going full pretzel really isn't good for you. So I'll try to break that habit. And now I have to keep me accountable. Hmm. It's kind of hard to shape the belt until I actually put the lacing in the corset. So I'll leave that area alone for now. That line could use some touching up there. There we go. That's nicer. I want to see it with the color. See, that already looks better than just the flat color. Making sure I'm on the right layer. That's very important. As I'm sure I've discussed countless times before and will discuss again, it's a big pain in the ass when you're not on the layer that you think you are. It's warm in here. A lot warmer than I like it to be. But I'm like a cold-blooded animal. Figuratively speaking, of course. Actually, no, literally speaking, my average blood temperature is a little lower than the average person. You know, 97, 90, 96 point, no, 98.6 is the average, right? My typical blood temperature is 97.2. I don't know what that means. Suppose I could look it up, but I haven't yet. Got a lot of weird stuff like that with little tricks my body does. when I was in high school and in physics class, we touched the Van de Graaff generator, and while you're holding the generator, supposed to be well, one trick we were doing was we'd hold like little tiny aluminum pie tins in our hand. When we touched the generator, they're supposed to go flying. Well, when I did it, they stuck to me. They would not move. Did something happen? Why, Let's View? Why would you do this to me? Let me fix that Let's View issue. I don't know what's going on there. Give me back my art. There is most certainly another device there. Guess I need to reopen Let's View on my computer. Not sure why that has such a tendency to crash lately. There we go. Now we're finding it. Bear with me one moment. I'll have this fixed in just a second. Oh my god, I forgot my coffee again. See, I definitely maintain that it's so much easier to focus on art if you have an iced drink to forget about. See, there we go. Now we're back. Now we are back. And that short intermission. Sorry, my eyes are so bad, even with my glasses. I need to get new ones. But it's just such a hassle because there's nowhere in my town I can do any kind of thing with eyes. Optometry in this town is severely lacking. Oh, my husband texted me. What would you like, love? Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's okay. Sometimes I get worried when he texts me from work because the factory he works at, the ovens can be a little finicky, and company hasn't replaced the person who moved. So there's supposed to be 2 people on his shift, and right now there's only 1, which is him. And that's not exactly safe. So I get a little worried, like, oh my gosh, is this text going to be, hey babe, factory's blowing up? I worry a lot. It's part of who I am. Filled with constant anxiety. Anxiety's not fun. But shading skulls is. So I'm just gonna focus on that for now. This is the fun part. I love to draw. Always love to draw. I'm so So glad that art's taken a predominant part in my life again. This is so relaxing. I think I'm going to wrap up at about 9:30 tonight. I've got some other stuff I'd like to take care of. Oh, I won't be streaming tomorrow because tomorrow I'll be visiting my mother and I won't have the setup I need to stream. Well, that was loud. Almost sounds like there's a bear out there. Which wouldn't be surprising, I do live in bear territory. I haven't seen an actual bear in a long time. Used to see him a lot, but then again, I guess I live in town now, and I used to live smack dab in the middle of the woods. I loved that. Living in the woods is so much better than living in town. But I guess I'm biased because that's how I grew up. I would love to live in the woods again, though. It's just so much fun. I miss being able to just go relax in the trees whenever I wanted. I definitely didn't care for city life. I'm glad I did live in the city that for a while though, because that's where I met my husband. And at least having lived in the city, I'm able to make the informed decision that that's not what I want. Not what I want for my life. Small towns have their own pitfalls, but the pitfalls with small towns tend to be a lot to do with certain certain backwards views a lot of the people hold. But if you're not really a people person, those people are typically pretty avoidable. It's looking good so far. I'm gonna turn the color on to see how it's looking. I'm digging that. Oh, right. There's one thing that I wanted to do while I was doing colors. So I noticed while I was looking at the picture later on that I never colored the stitching on the boots. This bit right here. Because I did not want that to blend in with the boots. So I'm taking this bone white. Maybe I should take the lavender. That way it ties in with the other little lavender elements. Yeah, I like that. think that's where I'm going to call it for the night. I still want to do more with the shading. Startled me. I still want to do more with the shading, but for tonight, that's where I'd like to stop. So if I don't stop now, I'll go way, way later than I intended to. But, thank you for anybody who tuned in. I don't think anybody tuned in, but I might have missed them. But thank you to anybody who watches this later on, either on Twitch or on YouTube. And as always, if you like my work, check my link tree. I've got all my art socials, like Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. I'm most active on Instagram. Um, have a great day.